Good morning, students. So today I will discuss the topic ionic bond. So we are seeing the bonds. In that we have completed the covalent bond. Covalent bond means by sharing of electron pair between the two atoms that will form between the non-metals. So covalent bond is formed between the non-metals. So here the ionic bond. Ionic bond is formed between metals and non-metals. So already we have seen metals plus non-metals will form the ionic bond. And metals means already we have learned which having the capacity of losing electrons, losing electron nature are called metals. And first A group, second A group elements, D block elements are metals. They generally lose electrons readily. So here non-metals means the elements which having the property of accepting electrons are called non-metals. So between these metals and non-metals there is the formation of ionic bond. So here just let us see the definition. Definition is the electrostatic force of attraction between oppositely charged ions formed by transfer of electrons is called ionic bond. So let us see one example. Sodium chloride salt. So there are ionic compounds formed between metals and non-metals. So here sodium chloride, magnesium fluoride are the examples. Let us see the formation of sodium chloride salt. So here Na, what is the electronic configuration? Outermost electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. So after losing electron, it will attain the stable electronic configuration. So it will lose one electron and it will form the Na plus ion. And here chlorine having the property of accepting tendency. So because of lower atomic size and higher nuclear charge. So this electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So it readily accepts one electron and it will form the Cl minus chloride ion. It is called chloride ion. So these Na plus and Cl minus are ions. So they are having the electrostatic force of attraction between them. That strong electrostatic force of attraction is called nothing but ionic bond. So due to the plus and minus charges, they are having the electrostatic force of attraction and that is called ionic bond. So metals and non-metals will form the ionic bond. So here, so let us discuss which will form the ionic bonds readily. Means what are the favorable conditions for the formation of ionic bond. So here the first one is favorable conditions for cation formation. So for ionic bond first we need cation formation and then we will need anion formation. So here let us discuss the cation formation favorable conditions. Low ionization energy, large atomic size and cations with inert gas configuration. So low ionization energy, already you have studied which will have the low ionization energy, that will have the more metallic property. So more metallic property means it will lose electron readily. Suppose if you discuss the first A group elements lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium, which will form ionic bond readily. Cesium will form ionic bond readily because it will have more metallic property. From top to bottom metallic character increases because of increase in atomic size. So this is the first low ionization energy. It will have the low ionization energy, so that's why it readily loses the electron. And here then second factor is large atomic size. So which will have the large atomic size, that will lose electron readily because the electron is far from the nucleus. So if size increases, outer electron will be far from the nucleus. So we can easily remove that electron and form the cation. So that's why large atomic size is favorable condition for the formation of ionic compound. And next, cations with inert gas configuration. For example, Mg plus 2, Na plus. So these cations will form inert gas configuration after losing electron. So the cation which will form the inert gas electronic configuration readily loses electron, and means that is the favorable condition for the formation of ionic bond. So here these are the conditions, favorable conditions for the formation of cation. And let us see the anion formation. So what are the favorable conditions for the anion formation? So let us see. So the anion means when atom accept one electron, that will form the negative ion or anion. Positive ion is called cation and negative ion is called anion. So which will have the more electron affinity or tendency to accept electron will form the anion readily. So means here we need high electron affinity. High electron affinity means which will have the more tendency to accept electrons, that will form the negative ion readily. Suppose if you take halogens F minus, Cl minus, fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. In these elements, which will have the more affinity towards electron? F, fluorine. So because of smaller size. So here that's why fluorine will form the negative ion readily. So here this is the one of the factor. And the second is large atomic size. Small atomic size. Lower atomic size. So which will have the smaller size. It will readily accept electron because of increased nuclear charge. So we have seen this is nothing but non-metallic character, which will have more non-metallic character, means more readily accept electron, that will form the negative ion, means which will have the smaller size, it readily accepts the electrons. So here if you take Cl minus, Br minus, F, iodine minus. So in this, which will form the readily negative ion Cl minus, means here, so this is one, Cl minus is more, it will have the lesser size, and that way it will form the anion readily. So Cl minus and Br minus followed by iodine minus. So which will form more readily anion, means chlorine will form the anion readily, because from top to bottom size increases, means chlorine will have the smaller size than iodine. So because of smaller size, it will readily accept the electron and form the negative ion. So this is the second favorable condition. And third one is anion having inert gas configuration. Inert gas configuration. So after accepting electron, if the ion will have the inert gas configuration, that will form readily. If you take Cl minus, chloride ion. So let us see 3s2 3p5 the chlorine electronic configuration in ground state. So after accepting electron, it will become 3s2 3p6. This is the Cl minus. So Cl2 Cl minus, it will get inert gas configuration, that's why it will form readily. So these are the some favorable conditions for the ionic bond formation. Energy terms involved in ionic bond. So what are the terms involved? Energy, related to the energy. So here first we need cation and then we need anion. So for the cation formation, we have seen metals will form the cations. Metal which is having the tendency to lose electron readily will form the ionic bond readily, means we need low ionization energy. Which metal which having the low ionization energy, that will form the cation readily. Ionization energy means Here we are taking the neutral gaseous atom, isolated gaseous atom, and supplying energy, it will form the cation. So which will have low ionization energy, that will form the cation readily. So first energy term involved in this is ionization energy. So in this process, first energy is absorbed. So that absorbed energy is ionization energy. So next we will see energy is released in the formation of anion, that is called electron gain enthalpy. Already we have seen electron gain enthalpy means for atom, for neutral gaseous atom, we are adding electron, and by taking that electron it will release energy. So here for example chlorine neutral gaseous atom, if you take and electron is added, it will form the negative Cl minus ion, and here this process is exothermic. So electron gain affinity is it may be endothermic or exothermic, but here most of the elements will release energy because of they are getting stable electronic configuration. Any process which is stable means it will release energy. So that energy released is called electron gain enthalpy. So here because it will become the stable, that's why energy is released in this process. So here next energy is lattice energy. Lattice energy is also released energy. So after plus charge and minus ions are formed, there is a strong electron force of attraction between them, Na plus, and suppose for example if you take sodium chloride and Cl minus. So because of charge, opposite charge, there is a strong electrostatic force of attraction, that is called we are ionic bond. So that force of attraction is nothing but ionic bond. So because of this strong bond is formed between them, here energy is released in this process, means it becomes stable. So here this is in gaseous state and this is also in gaseous state. From gaseous states to they will form the solid state. So gaseous charged ions will combine to form the neutral solid state. So that's why this will become more stable. This is stable compounds. These are unstable, means the process is going from unstable to stable, means here energy is released. So any process, if the substance will going to stabilize, going to become stable, in that process energy is released. Stability is opposite to the inversely proportional to energy. So here also energy is released, and this released energy is called lattice energy. Lattice means some crystalline structure, crystal lattice. So it will form the ionic bond is non-directional bond. So Na plus is surrounded by, for example if you take sodium chloride, Na plus ion is surrounded by some Cl minus ions. There is no direction. So non-directional bond, and these compounds, ionic compounds are in solid state, solid crystalline structures. They will have the solid crystal lattice. So during the formation of ionic bond, there is the release of energy. That energy is called lattice energy. So these are the some energy involved in the formation of ionic bond.